back. It's been almost a year since I started streaming. Or, since I last streamed, not started streaming, excuse me. But I'm back to streaming. How are you guys doing? I'm ready for Tales of Rise. I've been wanting to play this game for, oh god, ever since it was announced 5 years ago? Basically. Let me get to the right display. Been bouncing between two displays here. But, oh god. Woo! Thanks for the Prime support there, Ticket. Alright, let's get this party rolling. Yo, Setsuna! I see you there in chat. Kind of feels good to be back streaming, honestly. I haven't done this, again, yeah, a year. Life's been hectic. So, we'll see how things go with this, though. I've heard... Oh, let's go this way, then. Yeah, I actually had to basically reset my entire settings due to really I use XSplit. So the old account I was using was someone else set it up for me, and I don't have access to the email stuff anymore, and they changed a lot of settings, so I had to re-get it, unfortunately. Alright. What do we got? I'm an English pleb. Let's double check their license agreement. Okay, that's just general license agreement. Okay. I'll have to look at... Oh, come on. What do we got here? Ew, story mode. So just easy, no. Thank you. Difficulty, normal. Increased combat points. That'll be good. Let me take these off. I don't need them now. Let me know if how the audio balance is, if I need to adjust it more. I'll keep playing with that as we go along. Oh. Screw it. Mic is solid. Okay, cool. Turn up the game just a little bit. Vibrations fine. Map orientation fixed. That's fine. And keep those on. Subtitles on. Normal. Let's go. Game a little bit more? Okay. Turned it up just a little bit more. My audio balance is through my headset, and it sounds fine through my headset. So sometimes I get those not quite as good as they could be. Okay, I know we're going to be fighting him. Thank you, trailer spoilers. But
storms course over the rocks and clouds, and
Okay.
no relief is to be found from the oppressive heat.
So this is
But Dan and
the
Kate
latest
toil the
release
storms,
in a...
day after day,
It is an RPG series.
ruthless oppression of the Renin soldiers.
The last major game we had in the series was released 5 years ago called Tales of Berseria. If you've ever heard the game Tales of Symphonia, it is actually all that series. So, yeah.
Means to be free.
I started this series with Symphonia,
So is the
beat
Renin's
it,
domination.
beat it with friends. Then, it just so happened that when I finally learned about the series and played through Symphonia, Tales of Graces for the PS3 was coming out in the US. I picked that game up and played through it, and that kind of cemented me as a fan of this series. With all the games that have been out, let's see, I haven't beaten Fantasia, Destiny 2, Eternia, Legendia, and Abyss. So 5 mothership titles that have some ability for us to play. So I've been over half the series. Telling a kid. Yep, this series has been around since the Super Nintendo.
Iron Mask?
Why you? Let me.
What is this? Some kind of slave?
Yeah, 18 games, not including spin-offs.
Your own business, you worthless.
And like I said,
Get moving.
the title's called, there's the Mothership title games, and then there's the not Mothership games, but still kind of included in the series, and then there's the straight spin-offs. I've beaten...
Thank you, Iron Mask.
Yeah, if you play Tales of Fantasia, we are talking this Super Nintendo game.
Iron Mask, you're bleeding. We need to get you looked at by dogs.
Be very aware that it is very much a Super Nintendo game initially. There is a fan translation for the PS1 version of the game. That is the version you're going to want to play. No, they are not a continued storyline. It's very much Final Fantasy like in the fact that it's a new story for pretty much every game. The exceptions to that, Tales of Symphonia is in the same world as Fantasia, but set thousands of years before and has very little connection. Tales of Symphonia Dawn of the New World is a direct follow-up to Symphonia. Tales of Xillia and Xillia 2 are tied together. And then Tales of... Oh, why am I blanking on it? Berseria and Zestiria are tied together. The rest are all just... Oh, and then Destiny and Destiny 2. So a lot of, like, singular sequels throughout the series. That's why Doc tells you to be careful. Yeah, at the end of the day, I chose to stick my neck out for you, and you don't regret it, so don't sweat it. Okay, thanks. Yeah, kick butt. No loitering. Okay, fine. Yes, do the fan-translated PS version, not the GBA. The GBA version of Fantasia was not a good translation. The game runs often less than 20 FPS, especially in combat. And the PS1 version has some extra bonuses as well. So, if you're going to play Fantasia, the best way to play it is the fan translation of the PS1 version.
I doubt Doc's gonna like what he sees.
Yeah, I see that. What's the green marker over here?
I need to have Doc check me
Oh,
out.
fine. Unfortunately for U.S. fans, with the series,
You again.
the first one in the series we got was Tales of Destiny.
After yourself, and there'd be no need for some.
The next game in the series was called Tales of Eternia. For marketing purposes in the U.S., they called it Tales of Destiny 2.
So, still unable to remember anything?
Blank as always.
But then the next Tales game released in Japan was Tales of Destiny 2,
Unable to feel pain.
an actual sequel.
To take on everybody else's.
So we never actually got the proper Tales of Destiny 2
Let me see.
because of a poor marketing decision by the U.S. Side.
Just like everyone else. If you're not
Speedrun a Tales series tier list.
realizing it one of these days.
Tales series tier list.
Another slave.
While let me look up all the games just so that I have the list in front of me so I don't mess things up.
That's hardly a rare sight around these parts.
Danans are always dying, and the Renans just watch. How long can this continue? Why doesn't anyone stand and fight?
Oh,
Keep your voice down, will you?
let the opening cutscenes roll here while I kind of look at that.
If only it were so simple, my friend. There have certainly been uprisings, all right. 3 centuries worth of the damn things. As for all the good they've done, take a look around and judge for yourself. There. That should just about do it. Now, do me a favor and try to stay out of trouble so the wound doesn't open again.
Doc, back when I knew nothing, you were the one
Oh,
who
cool.
taught me
They
just
actually
how
have
things work around here. You
list
know
here
I'll always be
on
grateful for that, but I
the
choose
mothership
just the
titles
ways
for Tier Maker.
Calm and the steady.
So that is a
Still
thing that
young,
I could
you
do.
have time. Wait for the right moment, both for yourself and the world. Work will be wrapping up for the day soon enough. Don't sit around here. Go out and feel the breeze against your skin. Even a slave's entitled to that.
Telling the guy he can't feel pain to go
Just
feel
do me a
stuff.
favor and keep a low profile, all right? You stand out enough in that mask as it is.
All right.
Guess I'll go back to my room.
Well, we're back in here. Okay. Cool. Yeah, no problem, man. I definitely will have to... I might do that next time. To start out with making a tier list of the titles. In my opinion. Sounds like a fun little time. Alright, let's see what's going on here. I stick those weird stones in our bodies and then work us to the bone until we're dead. As if the routine beatings aren't enough, when they're in a really bad mood, they like to sick their zoogles on us. Whatever a zoogle is. He's got an exclamation mark as if he's important. Same with you. Wonder why. Okay, I'm supposed to go up there. Can't go this way. They probably will yell at me if I try to come back up here. Alright.
I'm a slave, just like everyone else here.
Yeah, of course.
So how come I don't have a spirit core? Or
That-
face, or memories for that matter?
Okay, so we're going with the
Change anything?
don't know anything protagonist. No history, no known history, no known explanations of why they have what they have. Fun. Okay. That's what the Zookles or whatever they are called are. Yeah. Especially something else. No way you can hope to beat them. Flying castles, huh? Oh yeah. I'm gonna do this right away. Oh, you're not gonna let me change it? Oh, come on, let me change it. I don't want to use R1 for basic attacks. Be quiet, don't talk aloud. Yeah, standard lines of oppression. So
I should get some rest. I wonder how many people have slept in this bed before me. Mine for now, but for how long? Tomorrow's another day. I guess I should get some shut-eye.
all right.
I'd better head to work. So I've got business with the freight train today, huh? Great.
Get to my assigned position. Oh. But why? Alright, so it turns purple when I've seen already what they've had to say, but nothing about what the exclamation mark is for. Because some people are like check mark, and some have that exclamation on it.
Great. Time to start another day toiling away for the remnants. Am I gonna do this until the day I die?
No, you're not. You're a JRPG protagonist. Alright.
Lively flames. Let's see some work around here.
Wait, so they just have to... Oh man, that sucks. Pushing carts? Ew. Alright. So we have an attack on the train. Standard resistance group stuff.
Zephyr, she's here.
Also, I do apologize in advance if you hear dog noises. Alright, so we've got, of course, our heroine. She's running like that in heels. And doing this jump in heels. Tux, I'm not even going to click the link. I need to turn that back off. I thought I had that off, actually.
Stay still. You caused us a lot of trouble, you know. Now we can do this the easy
I thought I had those turned off for this very reason. I'll have to double check my settings later in my Twitch. Alright. As this train just is moving on now.
Armored soldiers.
Is he seriously gonna fight us? Proceeds to completely outdo these trained soldiers. Yeah, sounds about right. Saved by the rebels. Of course, plot armor. Always plot armor. It's a JRPG.
Where you go? Hope you can jump.
And blowing up the bridge. Run and jump. Of course, they survived this. As we cut to another location.
You all missed your chance to become Lord, which means you lot live and die for me, the mighty Balzath. Got that through your skulls? Now hurry up and bring me Shion. Yes, sir. Even the drink's lost its appeal.
Someone's in a bad mood. Lord Wolsey, ruler of Orbis Calaglia. Ah, but it's wild beast you prefer, isn't it? Do forgive me.
Ganabel Volkiris.
Ah, yes.
What do you want?
It isn't a Tales game without
I hear you seem to be
sets of high tech mixed in with
as a fellow lord.
low fantasy abilities.
Enough with the false pretense. I can tell a rat when it's sniffing around.
Forgive me. I can only imagine the emotional toll failing to ascend the throne not once but twice must take. A most distressing state of affairs.
Is that Geen?
It's none of your concern.
The crown contest is proceeding apace, and so quickly, I must say. It won't be long before the victor is crowned as the new sovereign.
I look forward to it, and you can be sure I won't forget our little chat.
That sounds like
Nor will I. Until next time.
that sounds like Geen's voice actor. Let's see. Behind the voice actors, Bleach. If it's faster, look this way. Maybe.
You awake?
Who are you?
The name's Tilsa.
Considering how
I'm the
many
medical
characters are
officer
in
for the Crimson
Bleach.
Crows. You're in one of our safe houses.
Crimson Crows.
Don't tell me you've never heard of us. We're the Resistance, for the Danon people. We get in the way of the Bright Eye's best-laid plans.
The Danon Resistance. I didn't know such a thing existed.
Oh, we exist all right. Though I guess we're not as famous as I thought we were. Seems like I know more about you than the other way around, Mr. Iron Mask. Is it true you can't take that thing off?
No, it's not
Yeah.
listed as in this game.
Worse is
Okay.
that I don't even know why I'm wearing it. That woman I was with.
Oh, yeah. She's quite the character, isn't she? Zephyr should be interrogating her over in the Slammer as we speak.
You locked her up? Why?
Why? Go take a look for yourself if you're so interested.
They're interrogating her? Just what the hell is going on? I need to go and find out for myself.
Alright, well, let's find out what's going on then. What is this place? The old Xeon Mine. Well, yeah. Crimson Crows, Resistance Group. Zephyr is their leader. Not just physically strong, got smarts. Where's the woman? Jill up ahead. Who are you fighting? The ones ruling over us. I'm good, thanks. Okay. Habits from every other game. Keep pushing touchpad instead of square to open up my map. Played too many different games with different controls. I think this is who was talking there. He's got some pretty solid rolls. I'll have to double check later.
Damn it! So it wasn't a lie. The slightest touch is like being struck by lightning.
What are you doing? So you're finally awake, huh?
What's going on here? What did she ever...
Mind your business.
Meanwhile, we got Patrick over here.
So even if you don't mean to hurt somebody, if they touch you, they get electrocuted, huh?
Just Patrick stays being
Doesn't
Patrick
seem to
stays.
be poison or
Their
magic.
states.
Is this the reason
Patrick being
soldiers
Patrick.
were after you? For the last several days, Balsef's forces have been getting pretty restless. When we looked into it deeper, the word thorns came up over and over again. And now, we come across Miss Prickly herself.
Oh, that's got to be the,
Drop the attitude. Did you
Okay.
really think we wouldn't
I know
find
what
out
that is.
anything about you? Miss Shion Imaris? That's her name. Jeez. What? You didn't figure it out already? Yeah, that's right. This lady's got herself a surname, which means one thing. She's a Renan, our enemy.
Yeah, but she was being chased by Renan soldiers. So then why?
That's exactly what we're trying to figure out. After all, aside from the clothes they wear, there's only one way to tell a damn from a Renan, and that's whether their eyes light up or not. Ain't that right, Bright Eyes?
Big talk for someone who can't even use astral arts. Embedded.
Don't you call us embedded? Look, you see the stoner people embedded in me? There isn't one. Because we gouged them out the day we swore to rise up against your kind. The scars are a reminder. Not to rest until every last one of you is...
We Danans may not be capable of using astral arts, but it looks like those thorns of yours won't do you much good in escaping here either.
Still, inflicting pain on anyone who comes near you. That's one hell of an ability.
You're wrong.
was gonna say, definitely more of a curse than anything.
Fair enough. All I know is Balsef must have his eye on you for a damn good reason. And until we find out why...
Now we got a raid.
They must have tracked us down.
Of course.
Evacuate his plan. Hurry. And bring the girl. If she gives you any trouble, wave a spear in her face.
Got it.
Hey, Iron Mask. Sorry, but right now it's everyone for themselves.
What about you?
I'm going to welcome our guests. Don't go dying on me.
Come on, move.
And don't try anything funny.
Nice rusty sword. Always starts out with a nice rusty sword. Man, we're just checking all of the checkboxes today, aren't we? Oops. Does this do anything more back here? I know I need to go the other way. But it's a JRPG. Gotta explore everywhere. Ooh, DLC. Oh, that is nice. You can preview the costumes. Now, from what I understand, I've seen people seen them saying that the costumes automatically unlock a few skill trees for you. Oh man, I almost want to buy it just because. I actually like Code Vein, so. Okay, Imos. I don't think he actually had any. Interesting. Of course, swimsuits. Nina Williams, okay. Alright. And yay for the boosts. Oh, you can just win this game via the DLC if you so wish.
Ambush. Renans are here? I have to find an exit and get the hell out of here.
Anyone
Cause
grab a weapon! Damn! How did they
Alright.
find out about this place?
now, are you gonna let me change my controls? No, you're not. How's it in here? There it is. Button binding. Oh no. Hold on. Put this back. I need this to be R1. Thank you. Actually, in this. We'll go there. No. No, I want this to be square. Oh, man. Because of the new battle system, L1 for target makes sense. Evade guard on R2, and I'm gonna go with that. Okay. Can I set the surround sound for myself? I can. Armor makes it a challenge. Whew, man, I think I'm already seeing the frame drops.
Battle's been going on this entire time. I just didn't know.
Leave everything non-essential behind. Got it. So, bye-bye, you guys. Yay, first battle. Finally. JRPG, I'm not surprised.
Oh, it's just a den. You there! Where's the Renan girl who was here?
Well,
Spit it out! I want an answer, insurgent!
how's this for an answer? Go to hell!
You dare address a Renan armored soldier that way? I'll show you embedded!
And here we go. Perform a normal attack. Oh, cool! They actually have the tutorials line up properly with your button changes. Some games don't do that, even now these days. It's sad. 3 normal attacks together. And jump. Arts. Have to hit my button. Uses my blocks. And then evade with directions. Okay.
So much for playing nice. All right, we're up. It's over. A real fight. Still, I have to do this. I won't go quietly. Swallow blade. Here I come. Mirage. You're finished. Rising Warrior. Here I come.
All right. I actually just...
I actually beat one of those Renan soldiers.
Huh.
I've got to keep going. I have to survive this no
I'll have
matter
to
what.
see how my hands kind of naturally push buttons. I do know I need to have X as my attack, though. That's a without a doubt thing. Oh, if I don't, I will be mashing the wrong button all day. And I don't want that, because that's how I die. Don't take them on. I don't have a chance of winning. I just took one on and won. Apple Joe. Alright. Cool. Time for 2-on-1. Ow. Okay, I only know Mirage in the air. Got it. Okay. thinking I might need to put jump on R2 and dodge on circle. For battle. Sounds weird, but I keep trying to dodge. No, I'll leave it because then I can have circle be jump here on the map too, and I don't mess with those controls. Okay, she got a weapon. Cool.
I hereby detain you in the name of His Excellency Lord Volstead.
Damn it! I was so close. What the? You've got some kind of death wish? Those are armored soldiers you're...
Shut up and get out of here while you still can!
Step aside, slave. These are Renan affairs you're meddling in.
Hey!
We've got a better chance working together. Besides, I don't much feel like being indebted to a Danon.
Fine, suit yourself.
Alright, here we go. Tutorial. Stepping on the ground in the air, using the art, go between them, can thus extend the combo. Well, yeah. Thank you. Diminishing returns. The same art is used multiple times within 4 actions. Its penetration will decrease and enemies will recover sooner. Continuously doing so will raise these penalties, making arts half as effective as their sets. Okay.
I call my own shot. Just stay out of my way and we'll get along quite well.
It's kind of new for me if you hadn't noticed. Don't expect any promises.
Oof, missed that timing. Okay. Alright, so I can stall game time to view what's going on by holding L1.
Why did you help
Okay.
me?
Yes, the new skit
What did a
system.
Danon like you possibly gain from helping a Renan like me?
Trust me, I've no great love for Renans. I guess I'm just not as consumed with hatred as some.
What?
Have we met somewhere before?
Me? Friends with a Danon? Can't say I've had the pleasure.
Well, when you put it like that, yeah, silly question. I don't remember anything about my past. Don't have any clues to go on either. Not even my own face.
Let me get this straight. You don't know what you look like, but you thought I might somehow recognize you?
Something like that. Guess my help
An
you
announcement in the
wasn't as
Grand Blue
self-sacrificing
server.
as I made it out to be. Besides, I can't feel pain anyway. So it's not like...
Wait, you really can't feel pain?
Yeah, it's just another thing I don't have. No pain, no face, no memories. I only know one thing about myself. That's that I'm a slave.
What about
Okay.
your name? You must have one, right?
Iron Mask. Got the name from the person who found me. Said that this way I wouldn't forget I had a real name out there somewhere.
Fair enough.
See,
So where to next?
outside, silly.
Alright, just
What
see
do you
how
think we
things look.
fought all this
Things
way
looking
for?
alright. Yep, we're out of here.
Stay sharp. We're going in.
Okay, that locked up pretty hard for some reason. Yay, skits!
Can you even see out of that thing? Like, at all?
Of course I can. How else do you think I managed to avoid tripping everywhere I go?
What is that thing anyway? It doesn't look like anything Dan and I've ever seen.
Beats me. I don't remember anything about my past. When I came to, I was already wearing it. If I could get it off, I would. Damn thing makes it hard to eat. I can't scratch my face when it itches. It's the worst.
Honestly, I'm just impressed you've managed to survive this long looking like that. I'm sure you attract attention wherever you go.
Yep.
Most of the other Danons don't pay it any mind. It's in everyone's best interest to just keep their heads down, focus on their work, and pretend they don't notice.
What about the Renan soldiers? Didn't they notice?
The guards? They're more the kill first, ask questions later type. Be in the wrong place or step out of line and you're dead. Mask or no mask. That said, as long as you keep your head down and don't cause trouble, they mostly ignore you. Honestly, sometimes they don't look all that keen to stir up trouble themselves. A friend of mine said it's because if they kill us without a good reason, it could delay the work and put them behind schedule. At that point, it'd be their necks on the line.
Mm-hmm.
You should know more about all that than me, though, right?
I don't serve any of the lords. But I see what you mean. After 3 centuries of run and rule without much upheaval, it's possible the soldiers might be losing their edge. All this trouble we've caused might be the first excitement they've had in a while.
Well, I don't plan on getting killed for their amusement.
Yep, lots of hopefully there's gonna be a pretty solid amount of skits.
See, you made it. I heard you managed to escape, but I didn't expect to see old Iron Mask with you. In any case, we're all wanted by the Renans. It'll be easier for everyone if you both just come with me.
Where are the others?
They're waiting for us up ahead. Come on.
Alright, stick together, a little bit bigger group. People can fight. UFO tables, animated cutscenes. That's a lot of soldiers.
Stay where you are, dissidents.
Just look at all these soldiers. How badly did they want to destroy this hideout?
Apprehend the traitor. Slaughter the rest.
So she's considered a traitor. Everyone else is, why are you throwing your sword? Oh, just missed. Well, dead already. Game over. What the hell? It was fun while it lasted, yeah. And he just pulled a fire sword out of her.
Blazing sword. But how?
Okay.
Impossible.
The Master Core. He was embedded within her all along. No matter. Kill her if you have to. Just retrieve the core.
Well, now we know why they want her. Why everyone's after her. As this, our main character can't feel pain, so his hand's completely burning up. Well, and so one eye glowed? So he's a half? That's what I take it as. He's meant to be he's a half. One from each planet for parents. So they're going that route for him, huh?
You okay?
Me? You?
Oh, yeah. How about that? Guess it's just as well I can't feel it, huh?
You're not in agony? Wait, are you serious?
Hold still.
Huh?
And she can cast healing arts.
It's one of my healing arts.
A sword that sears the hand of he who wields it, and a healing art to mend. A man numb to pain, and a woman whose very touch deals nothing but.
You two are basically almost like you were designed to be the perfect partners.
All right, let's rout the bastards and finish them off before the surviving stragglers have a chance to regroup.
Iron Mask, you coming?
Definitely. I'm not about to go back all that way alone.
So I guess you're not planning on releasing me, huh?
Sorry. You're coming with us.
In that case, there's one thing you should know. No one uses that flaming sword without my say-so.
You needn't worry on that score. I doubt many of us could get close to it in the first place, or would want to.
Fair enough. Considering there's only one person who can actually use the sword.
The blazing sword. It just might be strong enough to match the power of a lord. No, maybe even to surpass it.
Are you sure you're okay?
What do you mean?
Your wound. That soldier nailed you pretty good. Not to mention those flames bursting from you.
They only hit my master core, so I'll be fine. And the flames weren't even hot. It's probably because they're just a manifestation of the astral energy.
Alright, time for jargon.
I'm more surprised that you really are incapable.
Oh,
of
we're not going into the jargon yet.
Faking?
No, I believed you. I guess seeing you stay calm while bearing those burns to your hands just really made it hit home for me. It's ironic. I have no problem hurting anyone who touches me. But as soon as I try to wield that sword, it's me who gets hurt.
Do you wish you were impervious to pain too? You realize you could burn your fingers off without even noticing, right?
So what? All I need right now is power. And up until now, I haven't come across anything stronger than that blazing sword the whole time I've been doing this.
Okay.
You really don't care what happens to you as long as you get what you're after, do you?
Don't talk like you know me.
You're right. I don't get you. I don't get why you're so quick to throw it all away. Not when us slaves have never had a choice in whether we lived or died.
You befriended. I befriended? That conversation was befriending? Alright. Cure points. The new healing system in this game. Arts with healing and support effects consume cure points in addition to action. CP is shared across the party and restored for items or by staying at an inn or campground. It can be raised by leveling up or finding specific items. Cure points are an interesting system. They avoid the Graces problem. Tales of Graces, and this was a little bit inside Berseria as well. Tales of Graces system is everything uses action points. Your basic attacks and your skills. You earn, even dodging uses action points. Like, everything used action points in Graces. But you can easily build up action points over time. They're restored fairly quick, as long as you just stop moving for half a second. But the interesting thing about it is that you could just spam healing skills. Because you didn't have to worry about any mana management in that game. There was none at all. So you just spam your healing skills like nobody's business, if necessary. And I mean, the game was balanced around being able to do that. It was the first game to really introduce the action system, actually. So after that, the Zillia games brought back mana, but still kept the action system. Zestiria kind of kept with that as well, but then added its own special system where you literally combined with party members. And when you combined and decombined, you would get a little bit of a healing boost.
Stronghold of Lord Balsef, self-imposed ruler of all Calabria.
And then Berseria... was an interesting system because they went back to the nothing but action points, but the way their action point system worked was not good in my opinion. And they basically got rid of arts completely out of Berseria, and did everything as just treat like you got to set up 16 abilities on this giant tree of abilities, and then you just hit your buttons in whatever order to hit the that ability based on where you are in your current combo. So they're trying to keep that kind of fluidity of no more mana while still having some sort of limitation on healing, which is fair.
If you get close to a Zoogle, they'll attack.
Yep, standard fare of you attack them, they attack you. Semi-auto, manual. Auto is auto fight. Yes. Tales games, I don't know when they introduced it, honestly, but it has an auto system. You can turn every single one of your characters to just auto fight for you. So if you wanted to grind, but didn't want to actually hit the buttons, you can just turn on auto for all your characters and just run around the field. Just run in circles for a little bit. You'll fight something. It'll be done. Maybe turn on turbo to hit X or A or whatever button you're using at the time. Semi-autos designed for players who only wish to casually dabble in combat. I've always used semi-auto because I've never found a purpose for manual. An actual purpose for manual. Manual just lets you have full control over your distance of your hits. And with how fluid this, I really pronounced that weird. With how fluid this system is, I can maybe see why manual might have some usage to kind of stay more within certain poke ranges. But older games used a lot of it used what their fighting system's called the linear motion battle system. And so the older games very much used you lock on a character, you move in and out from that character, from that enemy. Forward and back, just like a fighting game. With that, then, you had the ability to backdash, sidestep, do a forward kind of parry option, just block. A lot of just kind of general movement things. And it's because of those that I've never really seen a need necessary for manual mode. I mean, I can... always use manual, generally mostly because you wouldn't get locked into certain things. I mean, that's fair. But I mean... oh, press. There, okay. Yeah, heal yourself. There we go. CP is going to be just... from everywhere I've seen, CP is the one thing that everyone goes, it is such an odd system.
Makes sense. If we try to take them all on, there'll be no end in sight.
You sure won't hear me complaining.
And that's the one complaint I've seen basically everywhere online, is that people forget that CP even exists until you need it.
What a weird stone.
I sense a strange power from it. We should gather as many as we can find.
Oh, big guy, you look like you're going to hurt.
This is...
Seems you found something good. Supplies like that are valuable. Never overlook them.
Got it. I'll remember that.
Oh, do I dare? This is why I dare. I hit that first. Come here, big boy. A level 9 golem. Oh, shit! Oh!
I need to be stronger.
Nah, that's fair. I can definitely see that. And like I said, CP, everyone that I've seen online, reviewers, just people playing it, CP is just an odd system in general. When it comes to combat, I actually think, in my opinion, Graces has the best combat of the series. Until this point. I can't say yet until I've played more of this game. I found the combat in this game really fun, for sure. But Graces
You're the boss.
starts out very limiting and opens up just as you go on. You get so much ability out of it because there was no TP and it was pure action points.
Normally, we should take turns standing guard. But this first time...
Zephyr, why aren't you concerned about who I am?
And the dodge system, the
It's not that.
yeah, really the dodge system was so well done because you could dodge back, forward, circle around your opponents. Combat felt super smooth once you got used to the fact that it had a super heavy top-down look.
We know who you are. We can't rule anything out. Besides,
And so people would get confused that if you push forward, you only move towards the person you're locked on. Whoever you're locked on, you move forward and back from.
Enemy?
So forward, so up on the stick, move towards them. Down on the stick, move away from them.
as much as we need to.
Even though it was more of a top-down view, so
You can believe it. Not every damn
it felt like arena-wise, you should have just been able to kind of move.
We have enemies among the dead.
However,
Not quite. They're just not up for rebelling, per se. The thing you have to remember is that everyone has their own path to walk.
fair enough.
I'm not sure I
But
understand.
they did. Graces was the big change in how the battle system worked.
However, the time will come.
They rolled it back a bit with Zilia, and Zilia's fantastic play. Oh, there was another skit there. Shoot.
A master core, huh? Now I see. So that's why Balsef's cronies were so desperate to catch her.
Is that what it's called? The jewel in her chest?
Oh, right. You don't remember a damn thing, do you? Fair enough. Guess it's time to fill you back in.
How do we tell the?
Tell me.
How do we have the players understand all this jargon? Oh, we just give them an amnesiac main protagonist.
I always just assumed we were mining resources for them.
And don't you think it'd be quicker if they used all that high-powered tech they have? Why go to all the trouble of relying on weak human labor? Listen, what the Renans are really after isn't resources or minerals. It's astral energy.
harvesting the astral energy that's
Vesperia is definitely the best
doing it the same way they have for the
in terms of the
using us Danans as mere siphons.
classic 3Ds.
They have machines for minerals.
Is the best way I describe that range. We have the classic 2Ds, which are our first 5 games. We have the 2Ds. We'll just leave it at that. Fantasia, Destiny, Destiny 2, Eternia, and Legendia. Then we have the 3Ds. Symphonia, Abyss, the classic 3Ds. Symphonia, Abyss, Vesperia. Tales of Heart R falls in that range as well. As does Tales of Innocence, I do believe. I think I've got those right.
The receptacles in which the lords store their power.
Vesperia definitely had it.
So the Renans can choose their new ruler.
That's insane! You're telling me that's what our people have been dying for this whole time?
Yep.
Relax, hero. You're not the only one who's bent out of shape about the whole thing.
And Vesperia definitely was the most refined of them all. Symphonia didn't have free run.
Things that I haven't been able to get my head
Heck, Symphonia it was 3D, but didn't even utilize the 3D at all.
in half, stealing a master.
You couldn't sidestep, you could only move back and forth. They just used the 3D kind of to stop everyone being locked directly on the 2D plane.
Took the shape of a sword. Well, I don't know any more than you do. Honest.
Abyss introduced free run.
And that stuff about needing your permission to use it? What was that?
Vesperia has just the most systems in general. And definitely of the classic games, Vesperia, the classic 3s, Vesperia is the best. Tales of Heart R actually has a really good combat system.
You don't strike me as the suppressor type.
If you pay attention, it actually was surprisingly fun for one of the mobile, or not mobile, but handhelds.
Very well. As far as we're
A very
concerned,
fast
the struggle
system.
continues either way. And with that sword on our side, our chances of
So,
just increased. That is, of course, assuming we can
but
count the two of you.
Grace's system is super unique.
Fine by me. After all, it sounds like
Then the Zillia games kind of mixed the older systems with Grace's system. And Zestiria kept that too. Zestiria just sits in a really awkward spot in everything when it comes to the games. Oh man.
Overthrow the Renan lords. And first up on that chopping block is Balsef.
Yeah. Basically, Zestiria just sucks. Really, Zesteria's combat system wasn't bad. And it actually had some pretty decent map designs. It's just, the story wasn't great. The weapon system was horrendous.
I've gotta hurry.
Ugh. Zesteria's just, yeah. Berseria, I loved Berseria's story.
Right out of Rosalbeck, not far from here. We should be able to meet up with our comrades there.
Playing an anti-hero the entire time. Oh, I loved that. And Velvet was a fantastic female protagonist.
What's so hard to understand? I'm Renan.
I don't think I ever quite got the hang of Berseria's system.
Besides, I'm from Lenegus.
It felt
Wherever you were before you
I
left your
was
home,
constantly running out of my action points.
You mean the same Lenegus that's up in the sky?
In such a way that I could never rebuild them like how they wanted you to rebuild them.
Well then, where did you think we all lived?
So I just felt like I struggled the entire time I played it.
Crown contest?
And how long ago was that?
Mind,
Well, the current contest
besides the...
7 years ago, so
Then I wouldn't remember.
just how far back do you remember?
Yeah.
About a year, give or take. That's how long ago.
Yeah, I know it really, once you get into the meat of Berseria's system, it starts really
But there really isn't
getting there. I just never quite got to that point.
Guess not.
I mean, I played through over half the game on, what, the hardest initial available difficulty. Like, I got a good chunk of the way with it. I just hit points where it wasn't the standard fights that always got me either. It was always like the big bosses. And not even story bosses,
Better rest easy and prepare for tomorrow.
but
How come you
like
don't have a scar
the
on
special world bosses
A scar? What do you mean?
that are the ones that
The
messed with me in
Crimson
that
Guards
game.
all tore off their own spirit course, right? But your hand doesn't show any signs of ever having a core like theirs. Why not?
I don't know. I don't remember anything about myself from before Doc found me.
Seriously? You have that mask, you don't feel any pain, and you just happen to know how to fight with a sword? No way. You must remember something.
But
I'm not lying.
if there was one thing I had, like, not even counting combat system, I just feel like the combat system never clicked for me, having played so many of the other Tales games, and it was just
In a mine.
so different
Are you saying you've told us everything about yourself?
Zephyr.
It's a bad man.
that it
You've got plenty to
just
hide yourself.
never quite connected with me. But if there was one thing that Berseria design-wise
Only when I think it's necessary.
bothered me, their map designs were just boring.
Said, I'm not one to dig around in someone's business just out of curiosity. If you remember,
Until the final dungeon, everything was a straight line, basically.
I think that's good enough.
Right. Thank you.
And now, that was, to me, that's almost it's more of a minor complaint than anything.
This whole you not feeling pain
Because I'm someone who actually doesn't mind Final Fantasy 13.
Why would you care anyway?
No, it's just
Is it a,
you know.
is
I
13 a
can't imagine what it's
fantastic game? No, by no means, no.
As a slave, I'd say it has
But
its advantages and disadvantages.
do I definitely believe 13 got more hate than it ever deserved? Yes.
Soldiers push me around, I hardly flinch. The downside's that I get injured without even noticing. Which means I could be knocking
So,
on death's door and not
straight
realize it.
pathways don't bother me
Sure. I may be numb to pain, but it doesn't make me immortal.
until there's specific,
Still,
like,
I wouldn't have noticed any of this if someone
the story is pushing you to what are basically dungeons, and then just having you go through a straight line. If the game is designed around the straight line, okay. But when you're have full exploration areas,
I'll see you again tomorrow.
have all these areas that you could have good design in, like cave systems and old buildings and all this stuff, and then don't. That more bothered me than anything. Mind, we're talking Berseria. In Berseria, they dumped all of their design choices into the final dungeon. Good lord, that final dungeon.
We should be able to eat this.
Yeah.
You find some
I definitely will next time I get a chance. Or I won't be doing it tonight. I definitely will be trying to stream again tomorrow, and I might actually take up Setsuna's idea of making my own tier list for the mainline games. And I might have to do it in a couple different versions. Because I've got Gotta do a waifu tier list. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll tell you now, Sophie's up there. Oh, that would actually be a pretty hard one. But to do a couple, like, I haven't, because I've got a number of the older games I haven't played, it's hard to put them on a tier list. I never finished Abyss. I've got a good ways into it. Abyss, because I'm on the camp of, it is not a fun game for me. I just don't. I was okay with it. The game, battle system, love the battle system. I got past until the big turning point in Abyss. Like I said, I got a good ways into it. Learning a lot about what was going on. I was probably about 2/3 of the way through the game last I actually really tried to get through it.
We've almost made it to Ulzebek.
I keep using touchpad. Touchpad's not what I want. Okay. But there was one character that honestly ruined the story for me for the protagonist team. It just made it so hard to get through it. Well, two. I had two characters that I really struggled with by the later points in the game. Tyr, I understand what she was doing. God, there were points where it just got to the enough's enough. Stop, please, for her. And the same idea happened for me for Jade. Jade as a character. You know, I didn't mind him at the start. But 2/3 of the way through the story, when he's still just not letting up. And just being an ass for no other reason to be an ass. Just bothered me. Like, yeah, his character design's great. His, you know, and like I said, to begin with, you know, he's arrogant, okay, he's cool and whatnot, but we're 2/3 of the way through the story. The mistakes have happened. Repentance has already been coming around. You don't need to keep rubbing it in the face every 5 seconds. Yes, I know those mistakes were major mistakes. Dude, stop shoving your boot in his face already, please. That's how I felt about Jade as the story went on. Let's see if I can take this on. Oh shit, no way! I'm dead. Oh shit! No, just kill her, please. I'm still alive. Okay, fine. Fuck. And I mean, I've been trying to get through Abyss. Every time I try, that the first third of the game is kind of whatever. There we go. And they were never heard from again. Oh, it didn't pop it? Huh.
I can't believe this.
Interesting. I have no CP left because of it. And I gotta go rest up anywhere to heal that. Ah, stupid touchpad. Let's see. Nope. Touch. Ah. How far back was that fire? Decent ways. I think I can do this. I saved, so if I die, I die.
Normally I don't pick on the weak. Don't go charging off like that. Guess we gotta roll with it. You're mine. Had it coming.
Go! You're mine!
Here I come. It's over.
Run you through. See ya.
And jump down.
I'll run you through. That coming. Rising one. Talon storm. Touch cannon.
Here I come. Swallow blade.
This is it. Dig deep.
Easier said than done.
No excuse.
Oh. Oh. Okay. So they don't game over you anymore? Except like maybe in major story fights? That's interesting. Alright. But they were never heard from again. That I totally didn't hear a million times while playing Vesperia. That's what I get for playing it on hard. I would think like major story battles would have
Rest easy.
something along the lines of game over. But other than that,
Well, off we go.
it's interesting that they don't have one. That they basically said, no need to remember to save anymore. I mean, they also got rid of save points, so... Is that a Hoodle right there?
You're mine!
I'm sure I could put this to
That is a hoodle right there. Or, not a hoodle, but a one of the owls.
That's an unusual bird.
It's an owl. They're often used as a symbol to represent ancient Dana.
Hoodle's named a little owl. Gotta remember that. Literally, it's in the name. Ow!
You back from Death's Abyss. I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss. Resuscitation! This isn't ideal. Use a healing art. First aid.
Oh, she got her first aid off in that time.
Hard-won victory.
Score minus 7.8. Ow. Oh, me being knocked out killed the score there. Alright. Oh, hey, is it actually just a town?
Okay, people, this is it. Ulzebek.
No sign of any
Ulzebek.
Renan guardsmen.
The Renans aren't as populous as the Danans. Probably figure stationing guards in a place like this would be a waste of precious manpower.
So this is where the next safe house is?
Yes. The last place they'd think to look for enemies is on their own doorstep.
That is, assuming anyone actually made it here before us.
Yeah, fair point.
Zephyr! Looks like we needn't have worried. Come on.
Alright. There's an inn here, which is good.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Oh yeah, inns are free. Thank you. Hey look, I actually have no gold. Huh. That's all they got. Life bottle, meat, and carp. Okay. I'm gonna hold off on selling stuff until I understand what I need for what's useful, what's not. Why is there a shiny in the middle of the... Ooh, water. Maybe.
What's this doing here?
Why was there an apple gel in the middle of the well? Oh, not as bad as the apple gel you can find in the toilet. See what everyone has to say. It's always interesting to listen to the people who have stuff to say. I'm glad they did this, though. The system where they show that you've already talked to someone and that they have nothing more to say. That, oh, that is a godsend. It's all ruins and abandoned villages. Huh. Yay, jumping shortcuts. Alright, good to know. Let's not go out yet. Alright, inside we go.
Zephyr, you made it! See? I told you there's no way Zephyr would have kicked the bucket.
Fine, you were right. So, what's the plan?
Well, we've got an ace up our sleeve and the enemy's in disarray. I say we strike while the iron's hot.
So we're finally going head-to-head with Balsef.
That's right. We can't afford to mess this up. It's now or never.
Then now it is. We've all been waiting for this day for far too long.
Leave the plan to me. In the meantime... Yeah, you two need to do something about your outfits.
One's a completely torn up and
I have just the thing for your
beaten
size.
slave.
Right there, okay?
The other one's wearing an indoor dress. It's probably the best way to describe it.
Ta-da! I told you, it fits like a dream.
Not really one meant for running around the
I'm
waysides.
afraid we don't have any Renin clothing. I could find you some Danon outfits. But something tells me you'd rather pass.
Is this really that important?
In case you need reminding, I'm here because our interests overlapped. Nothing more. At no point did I say I've given up being a Renin. Now, let's play nice. How about you ask Nate and see what he says? He's our one-stop shop for info around here. With any luck, he might just know something.
Alright. Zephyr left the party. Oh no, whatever will I do? That's a lot of questions. Group's goals. Drive out the Renins. Using astral arts. Once the crows, the digger's out. So Zugals are just our enemy, the name of all of the monsters. Okay. We really betting it all on these two random people that we don't know? Well, yeah. They're the protagonists.
We need your help. Ah, damn. Never the manpower when you... Huh? Help, huh? What kind? Is it urgent?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, in that case, would you mind helping me out with something first? The work's really piled up around here.
What is it you'd like us to do?
Anything you can manage. No one cares about us slaves. That's why it's all the more important that we stick together and take care of each other.
Okay.
Check in with that guy over there for details of what needs doing. And thanks in advance.
Time to do side quests. Side quest, side quest, side quest.
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah, now everyone's like... New chats and...
Hey.
Ah, yes, the... We aren't voicing everything. Why? Because... Place to rest up.
I guess.
Help haul in some cargo.
Got it.
Yay! Backtracking! Alright. Well, let's go get the sub quest done, because...
I had no idea the Crimson Crows were so active.
You sound pretty thrilled by that.
Thrilled? Maybe. But I'll settle for hopeful. We know now that not everyone is rolling over for the Renans. Try to be careful not to stand out too much. You're the only Renan around here, you know.
I know. I was just thinking about how communal it feels here, even though it's only supposed to be slave quarters.
Huh? Oh, yeah. When you put it like that, I guess it is different from heavily patrolled Moscow. Were you expecting something more depressing?
It's likely a sign that Balsef doesn't think you guys can do anything to him.
What?
I mean, if Balsef thought the Crimson Crows actually posed a threat to him, you'd figure he'd be trying harder to suppress them.
Fair point.
No. You're probably right about that.
That's a fair point.
All of the other Danans that aren't with the Crimson Crows accept the Renan's rule as simply a fact of life. From the day we're born. No, probably even before that. It's been drilled into us that the only purpose our lives have is to help select the next sovereign.
If they don't like the status quo, then they should fight it. Otherwise, they're endorsing it either way.
I see it differently, but that's just me. Speaking of Renans, do all of them think about things the way you do?
I won't deny that among my fellow Renans, power and status are everything. However, that isn't what this is about for me. I have something I need to do, and I'll do whatever it takes, and use whoever and whatever I need in order to get the job done. To hell with power.
Okay. You don't hear that often, but... Man, I gotta go a pretty long ways. Well, let's...
No choice. Here I come. It's over. Slash. Take this. It's over. Take this. It's over. You're on. Take this. Swallow blade.
Here I go. I'm only
You're
getting
mine.
started.
You're mine. Take this. You're finished.
Ow.
Here I come. It's over.
Here, let me help.
Why did you choose right as it was attacking you? Oh, Tails AI, you never change.
It's over.
Here I go. It's
It's
over.
over. Here I come. It's over.
It's over.
You're finished. You're on.
Does feel kind of weird to not like necessarily like have high hits versus low hits and all that fun stuff. It's just normal strikes, aerial normals, and your arts. Definitely feels like they went about simplifying what they could. Get more stuff as go, but yeah, I agree, it's simpler. Yeah. Oh, hey, look, they're all knocked out. Or dead.
What? They're all dead? How did this happen?
Soldiers, that's how.
Are you Iron Mask?
Yeah, I am. Dairon sent me to help. Hang in there.
I'm so glad you made it. In the bushes over there. You'll...
Hang on. Xion, do something.
Too late.
It's no use. He's already dead.
Damn them. They've killed so many of us, and it's still not enough. They won't be satisfied until they've wiped us all out like pests.
He mentioned something about those bushes. We should check them.
Is this a cooking pot? But what is it doing here?
If I had to guess, he put it there to make sure Renan wouldn't steal it.
So even though he knew he was dying, he chose to use the last of his strength to hide it, believing somebody would come for it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you think it's stupid getting killed over a silly trinket, huh?
No. Clearly he risked his life for something he believed in. I would never mock someone for that. However, it will be up to us to figure out the purpose behind his dying act.
We'll make sure it wasn't in vain. If nothing else, this proves that the Renans can be outsmarted. We'll carry out your will and see it through to the end.
Then we better get going. We don't know when those soldiers might be back to make another sweep of the area.
Yeah, fair enough.
So this is what it means to fight the Renans.
Sounds like you're kind of scared to me.
Of course I am. But if I'm gonna die one way or another, I'd rather go down fighting.
Alright, overall... Is that wheat in down there again? It is. Alright. Come here.
I won't forgive you!
Oof.
Come and face
Oh, that hit me. Are you kidding? Yay! Ow, shoot. Okay. I don't think I have any life bottles on me. I'm gonna play this a lot. Oh, okay. I actually haven't checked, but also no, not worth the spending items when I don't need to. I go down, I go down. Oh, I had 3. Oh well. I have a sage on me as well? Huh. Oh, that crystal's back too. I'm both full health again from it. Should be able to clear these 2 at least.
No choice. You're mine. It's over. Getting started. Here I come. Here I go. Take this. It's over.
Come on, come on, let's finish this. There we go.
I'm only getting started. I've used a bit too much healing.
Definitely feels like they took a... You could tell, design choice-wise, they took a lot of out of God Eater and Code Vein in terms of like their design choices with combat. The focus on like roll dodging, things like the way they're doing the limited healing. The limited healing reminds me of like your Estus Flask or stuff like that. So, you can definitely tell that it was the new director was the God Eater one for a while. Yay! I got a trophy! Oh. Learn your first non-DLC title skill. Yep, all your costume DLC come with their own little sets of these rings. And some of them, from what I understand, a couple of them are kind of game breaking because you get them later in the game, but because you get them so early via the DLC, they're kind of game breaking. Yeah. A hidden art. Definitely learning that. Sonic Thrust? Oh, I don't know if I need mid-air evasion yet. Oh, Sonic Thrust only costs 100. Not quite enough for both. I don't think I need mid-air evasion just yet, but I can easily get it later. I will, after I rest.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Oh, that's actually just kind of a general on the map, pull up and see how everyone's doing without having to pop open menus. That's nice. That's a nice little quality of life thing.
I wonder if something happened.
Any more side quests?
I'm skeptical. Right. Sorry.
Okay. I could put it in my side quest list, but there's no way I'm being a level 40 creature. Right now.
You're back, huh? Sounds like it was a real ordeal out there. Much as I hate to admit it, there aren't many of us who can take on those Renin armored soldiers.
All we can do is make sure we remember those who sacrificed their lives for the cause.
Yeah, they won't be forgotten.
Glad to
But
hear it. Now,
if they have the information on how to earn titles, oh, please don't tell me what the trophies is. Get all titles.
see.
I'll have to look at the trophy
So-
list.
You're wondering if I know of any places where you can find Renin equipment, huh?
Anywhere with those damn bright eyes is gonna have tight security, of course. You can't just go carelessly poking around. Unless... Across the wilderness outside Olzebek, you'll find the Fagan ruins. There's some kind of old Renin castle out there.
What with it being impenetrable, I forgot.
But with a Renin tagging along, who knows? Maybe you can find some way in. You ask me, though, it's a lot of trouble for some Renin rags. If I were you, I'd get comfortable with Danon garbs.
Those look like the ruins. Let's move.
Are we really going in there?
Yes, now let's move.
What was with the Mario like sound? Okay, buddy.
Hey, Shion, where does your gun come from?
What do you mean, where does it come from?
When you're fighting, it looks like it just...
Oh, it's
appears
this
out of
skit.
Oh, that's transferal technology. When I don't need my weapon,
This skit was in the demo.
empty space. And when I do, I summon it. Make sense?
nowhere. Not really, but it sounds pretty amazing.
Huh?
Well, that way you don't have to carry around any heavy weapons or worry about enemies trying to steal them, right? It's a pretty cool invention.
You realize you're praising the technology of your enemies, right?
So, technology is technology. It's not good or bad in and of itself.
I guess that's true.
All right. So sounds like we're pretty much ready to go. I can see why reviewers were saying that money seems to be hard to come by if you don't just pick it up from random fights. So I would... You just sell stuff? Oops, I hit the wrong stuff again. Yeah, but I mean, even P5, you could just... Okay, yeah. Items that are just for gold. But I mean, like, yeah. P5, you just fight enemies and still earn gold, but... Or yen in that case, but... Okay. Item only... Or money only items. That's good to know. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for... Where do you see how to unlock titles? I'm not worrying about tactics right now. Sonic Thrust, thank you. I only have Mirage over here. You can view title unlock requirements from the skill panel. Okay. So much to be at a point you can view other ones, I guess? Huh. Alright. Well, anyways, do the save again. I'm actually going to call it here. Definitely going to be putting a lot of time into this. Tomorrow's going to be a pretty long stream of me playing through this, so... with that said, thanks for tuning in. Good talking to you, Bert. Hopefully I'll be able to catch you later. Definitely need to get back on that Guilty Gear grind. So,